Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Our pregame show continues. Now time for the Manager's Show, joined by Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs. Skip, how are you today?
I'm good. Had a day off yesterday. Everything's good. I'm under control. Won't get thrown out of any games, and I'll be here to see the remainder of this season from a bird's eye view of the dugout.
Skip, last time we did talk to you. Last time we talked to you was last Monday when Newport played Keene here. You were tossed out of that game, but the Gulls came back and took off a pretty impressive victory against, at the time, the NECBL Western Division leader.
Well, it was a good performance by the players on both sides. I can't say anything about anything else because I might get fined, so I'm not going to say anything about anything else.
But the Gulls then proceeded to fight the weather once again this season with another 3 or 4 rainouts over the course of last week. So Newport did not play another home game until here tonight, but the Gulls did squeeze in 3 road games, had a long trip to Vermont, rained out, then had another longer trip scheduled on Saturday. First, we'll go back to the game at Sanford. You weren't there. However, the Newport Gulls did battle back and forth with Sanford Mainers. At one point, there was some tension in the game, something that typically don't really see too much here in the NECBL.
That's part of this game, though. I mean, you get somebody that does something or says something, or next thing you know, things flare up, and the game manages itself with stuff like that. If you got somebody that's popping off, or you got somebody that's throwing at somebody, or whatever, sometimes that happens, and
it's a part of baseball.
Yeah, well, you don't like to see that happen, but sometimes it happens, and you try to make sure that you keep your troops under control and monitored, and make sure we do the right things and we don't upset the NECBL or give it a bad name. So, I don't have time for our guys. If our guys go out and start stuff or do anything, I don't have time for that. I'll sit them on a bus, or Chuck and I'll send them home or whatever. We got some pretty good guys that they don't start crap, but you got to protect your own, and that's been ever since I played the game, so that's what it is.
Newport Gulls ran out at home on Friday, went back on the road Saturday, leaving at 6:30 in the morning, ended up playing 2 games and played them both tight towards the end against both Vermont and Laconia. Noontime start against the Mountaineers, a game which the Gulls had a late rally but fell short.
Yeah, it did. Fell short. Just didn't do well.
And the Gulls already had, of course, a long day of baseball. It ended up being a longer day as Newport went to extra innings with Laconia that night. 12-inning contest, which Britt Graves threw the ball very well. Joe Ioro came out in relief and kept the Gulls in the game, but they couldn't just get the timely hit when they needed it.
There was no time to get a hit. I don't think it was crazy, because there was, the only thing I really remember of the game was Tamsing I think he had like 4 hits, stole every base that was in front of him, and tried to, make things happen. I mean, he had a great game. The other guys, we struggled a little bit, but, we're at home now. Back in Newport, we got sunshine, so let's play.
Talking about Trace Tamsing, just named NECBL Player of the Week yesterday for last week. And not only in that game did he go 4 for 5, he also went 4 for 5 in Sanford, 3 doubles at the plate. And he's been stealing not just a lot of bases, but he's been stealing third base quite often. That seems to be his favorite one to steal.
If he gets a good read and the middle infielders are not jockeying him, he's got the green light. So, that's on him. I'll give him the green light as long as he picks and chooses, and he's either standing up or he's safe at third base. I'm golden with it, but we're going to drop him. We're going to drop him in the third slot tonight.
He's also started every game this season as a Newport Gulls shortstop. He's the only player who started every game now.
Yeah.
So the Newport Gulls also have a hot hitter, and Ben Roberts just hit his 17th double of the season. That's a new NECBL record.
Is it? How many?
17. 16 was the former record.
And he's got 17? Let's see a few more tonight. Let's really patent that deal up.
Cardines Field, always friendly to doubles. Finally, Coach, we got Tyler Ferguson going on the mound here tonight for Newport. The right-hander was solid, of course, on Monday here versus Keene.
Quality kid, throws the ball very well, gets out there. He's very competitive, and has, I'm not going to gouty him right here. I'm just going to say he's got the ball, and hopefully he can go out and do the job for us tonight.
And in the injury report, did learn over the weekend Joe McKeithen probably done for the season.
Yeah, Joel's on his way home. So he's done. Good news on Timmy. He got an at-bat the other day, so I watched him in the outfield today, and he's running pretty good and doing his deal, so I'm good with that.
He's had a pinch hit hit in both of his at-bats while he's been hurt.
Good. Then he'll do it again tonight.
Mike Coombs, thanks for joining us in the pregame show. Good luck tonight against the Schooners.
Thank you, bro.
That's our pregame visit with Mike Coombs. Newport Gulls baseball is next. It's the Gulls and the Schooners and the finale of the 5-game season series here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.